Good morning. Thank you all for coming. Before we get going, certainly this is one of the worst kept secrets in recent Red Wing history, but I'm here today to announce the 27th head coach in team history and introduce Jeff Blashill.
Thanks, Ken. I'd like to start by thanking Mr. and Mrs. Illich, Chris and Kelly Illich, Ken Holland, Jim Devillano, and the Red Wing management team for this great opportunity. I realize this is one of the most coveted jobs in the National Hockey League, and I certainly feel fortunate to be sitting here today. I had a great experience in Grand Rapids for the last 3 seasons, and I just want to thank the ownership, management, and staff, Dan and Pam DeVos, David and Carol Van Andel, as well as many of the management in the group there. It was an unbelievable experience, and I can't thank them enough for our time while we were there. I'd like to thank a couple people who are responsible for me sitting here today, specifically 2 individuals that gave me my first head coaching jobs. Paul Scott, the owner of the Indiana Ice, believed in me after 10 years as an assistant in college. His friendship and mentorship still means a lot to me today. Kathy Beauregard, the athletic director at Western Michigan, gave me another opportunity after Paul to be a head coach, and probably more importantly, allowed me to leave and come to Detroit as an assistant, and I owe her a lot for that, for certain. I certainly wouldn't be sitting here today if I hadn't received the phone call out of the blue in the spring, early summer of 2010 from Mike Babcock. I thank him for that opportunity. I thank him for not only that, but probably more importantly, the last 4 years of friendship and mentorship, and it certainly meant a lot to me, and again, a big reason why I'm sitting here today. I've had 2 direct bosses during my time in Grand Rapids, Jim Nill and Ryan Martin, and both have been provided great leadership for me, been great friends to me as well, and certainly thankful for them for that time as well. I think a special thanks to the Detroit Red Wing pro and amateur scouts. I can tell you firsthand, I've seen it firsthand as I've been through the American League and been through the National Hockey League. They've done a phenomenal job. They don't get enough credit, and I've certainly been one of the big beneficiaries of the work that they've done, and I want to publicly thank them. Coaches ultimately are a reflection of their players, and I've been real fortunate in my time to be able to coach great people and great players, and just represented by the captains of those teams I've coached, Brent Gwitt and Nick Balin with the Indiana Ice, Ian Slater at Western Michigan, and then for the last 3 years I've had a special group of guys with Jeff Hogan, Nathan Page, and Brendan Evans. And that group's been extremely responsible. They created a culture in Grand Rapids, a work ethic. They created a culture, a winning culture. They're a huge reason for the success that we had in Grand Rapids, and also a huge reason for the acceleration of the development of many of the young Red Wing prospects that are either on the team right now or are knocking on the door to be on the team, and they deserve great applause. I told Ken a year ago that with Mike's uncertainty, if Mike were to leave Detroit, that the Red Wing job was the job that I wanted most of any in the NHL. And I told him that. There's certainly personal reasons for that. I was born in Detroit. My dad was a Detroit cop for 10 years. I grew up in Sault Ste. Marie. I was a Red Wing fan, an avid Red Wing fan growing up. It's a great city that I believe in. It's a great organization, Original Six. But outside of the personal reasons, the more important reasons were the people that are involved in this organization. I mentioned the great ownership of the Illiches. Ken Holland as a general manager in the great management team that he's put together. I talked about the scouting staffs. But probably most importantly is the players. You can only win at the highest level. You can only win championships with great character and great talent. You can't have one or the other. You have to have both. And usually when you take a job, and I'm familiar with this, you're hoping that the group has great character. I don't have to hope at all. I know firsthand because I've experienced it. This group that we have here oozes character. They're led by three of the best winners, in my opinion, in all of sports, in Z, Pav, and Croner. They come every single day with an unbelievable work ethic. Their attention to detail every day. They're extremely competitive, and they're selfless, and they care about team success equal to that of their own success, many times more than their own success. I can't wait to go to work with this group in the fall and try to work to win a Stanley Cup. Just want to end by some personal thank yous to my family, starting with my father, Jim, and my mother, Rosemary, who are here today, as well as my siblings, Tim, Deb, and Lisa, my wife's parents, Ted and Kendra Williams, her siblings, Nick, Kyle, and Kirk. Our families means a lot to us. They're an extremely important part of our lives, and they've been extremely supportive through this journey, and I thank them. And then finally, to my own family, to my wife, Erica, to my sons, Teddy, Owen, and my daughter, Josie. It's not an easy thing to be a spouse or a kid of a coach. My oldest is 9 years old. This will be his 6th city he's lived in. But it's been a great journey together. We look forward to the next one here in Detroit. It's just been awesome, and I love you guys, and I thank you. And just before I hand it back off to Beamer, just to you, the media, I want you to know that my mom is extremely thankful for all the nice things you've been writing about me. I told her this morning, just wait. So, thank you.
Thanks, Jeff. We